You're listening to The Obvious Choice, the Taylist newsletter for Monday, the 15th of July, read by me, Stephen Lewis. To get your copy direct to your inbox, go to taylist.agency/newsletter. Your clients might not be who they think they are. Last week, the New York Times dripped out the 100 best books of the 21st century so far, as voted on by 503 novelists, non-fiction writers, poets, critics, and other book lovers. Being a lifelong snob, I was all over the list as it came out in chunks of 20 books a day. At first, I was dispirited because I'd not read any of the books listed. I hadn't even heard of many of them. Jesmyn Ward is on the list 3 times, and I've not read one of her books. This matters to me because reading has always been part of my identity. In primary school, kids were forced to take a book home on the weekends. I, on the other hand, was escorted to the school book cupboard to take 10 or more books home with me. It was primary school, the books weren't long, and I was not what you would call sporty or a lover of groups. With the NYT list, things got better. As the days went by, I was able to tick a few. By the end, I'd hit 12 out of 100, which didn't seem that good, but then I noticed something about what I'd ticked. From that list of 12 books, I learned something about myself that was a handy reminder about my clients and yours. There was one of my all-time favourite books, one of those books that will stay with me forever, Behind the Beautiful Forevers. But the rest of the 12 were mostly books that I remember as a slog, like Wolf Hall. This morning I looked up a few on Goodreads to see if the ratings I'd given them matched my recollection. They don't, really. I've given 4 or 5 stars to many, including My Brilliant Friend. But if I truly thought My Brilliant Friend was a 4-star book when I read it in 2016, how have I gone 8 years without reading the next book in the series? The answer is a little bit that I lie to myself. I know these books are highly regarded and I want to be the kind of person who enjoys them. This is the same reason I once bought a fat book on the opera. Richard Gere tells Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman that people either love or hate the opera on their first encounter. And if they don't love it, they may learn to appreciate it, but it will never become part of their soul. I couldn't even finish the book. The other reason behind giving 4 stars to a slog is that I don't like giving great books low ratings because it looks like a pose, like one of those pillocks on Amazon who gives the Bible 1 star. Being a snob, I would hate you to think that I don't like literary fiction. I'm just going to have to accept that the literary fiction that tickles the fancy of novelists, non-fiction writers, poets, critics, and other book lovers feels like hard work to me. The point about all this that matters to you is that I'm not alone in kidding myself about things. Your clients are kidding themselves about their own things. They're telling you they want one thing when really they want another, but they won't admit it to themselves. That wouldn't matter if your clients would act congruently with what they say they want, but they won't. Just like I gave My Brilliant Friend 4 stars, but have never considered buying the next book in the series. The solution is to look at what they do while you listen to what they say. Then you need to apply the art of presenting what you do and what they really want as in line with who they think they are. Stephen. P.S. In August, I'm presenting a masterclass on how to present yourself as the obvious choice for your ideal clients. That will involve learning how to master this art of observing what your clients really want. The masterclass is called Yes You, How to Convince and Convert High-Value Clients with Magnetic Messaging. If you'd like more details nearer the time, click the link in your email. That was The Obvious Choice, Taylist newsletter for Monday the 15th of July, read by me, Stephen Lewis. To get your copy directly to your inbox, go to taylist.agency/newsletter. Other links are in your show notes.